Okay, all data will be gone. Okay, so all right, so you know what, let's go ahead and extend the partition here. But you got the concept here, right? At this
Yeah.
moment you could definitely update the partition 2, but you
Okay.
cannot update partition 1 here.
One. Oh.
Okay, so let me finish this here. Let me finish and mount and do all this, and we'll see how this is gonna work here. Okay, so let me clear
Yeah.
this, and let's see here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna say mkdir. Um, I already have. I have New York here, so let me go into CD. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna mount this. I'm gonna VIETC FS tab. I'm gonna go down here. I'm gonna copy this line. I'm gonna paste it here, and here what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna say /dev/sdb2, and I'm gonna make this New York. Okay, and here you have to change the file system XFS. Okay, all right, so we made this entry here. Okay, if it's already not there. Okay, so you make a entry here, FS tab entry. Okay, so what we're gonna do now is um, df hyphen h, right? It's not mounted. So what is the command to mount it? What is the command to load from FS tab? Anybody, please.
Mount -a.
Very good. Very good. Okay, now if I do dff and h, there you go. In reality, when you go on to work, in reality you would have about 40 40 lines in here, okay? Don't be surprised if you have 50. You will have 40
Okay.
for sure. Okay, so let's put some data on here. I'm gonna type touch file. Let me create some 10,000 files here. I got a bunch of files. So what I need to do is now I need to mount the extend the file system here, okay? To check the okay, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna extend the file system. So very first thing you have to do is you have to mount it. So you have to mount, and you do mount New York. Okay, I'm gonna make a note here. You cannot extend you cannot extend partition if there is a partition in front of intended partition. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I unmount it, and now we have to delete the partition here. Okay, so unmount and delete partition. Yeah, well, let me just copy this here. Okay, guys, I have a question. So the instructions I'm putting in here, are these workable for you guys when you are practicing it? Is this clear information here, or I have to like explain this? Because right here I just said umount hyphen New York. So is that self-explanatory for you?
So I think they are fair enough. I mean, at times if I get confused, I refer to the video and then
Okay. All right, good.
and it clarifies. But others may be able to fill in.
Okay, good. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do fdisk /dev/sdb. Okay, and And then what I'm going to do is next is I'm going to see the partition information. I'm going to see P and hit enter. So I have this partition here, dev/sdb2 here, right? So I'm going to go into menu, and then here D to delete partition here. Okay, so I'm going to say D. I'm going to just say P and hit enter. And D and hit enter, and it will tell you which partition you want to delete. So this is partition 1. How do you know which partition is this? This is partition 1 and this is partition 2. So what you have to do is you have to just type 2 and hit enter. Okay? And then if you do P here, P and then D and hit enter. Partition number 2 deleted here. If I do P2, see that it's deleted here. But until I do W and hit enter, it won't write to it, okay? It will not write to it. And let me hit enter. Okay, it will write and exit. Partition table has been altered. And then partition has been deleted and entered. Now you go back in there again, fdisk dev/sdb and hit enter and do P as a partition information. It's not there. Now create a partition here. Okay, so what is the command to create a partition? N for new. Okay, new partition, and I want to create a primary partition. I'm going to do P, and then what is the partition number? I'm going to say number 2. And what is the first sector? See, this is giving you the start of this second partition here, and it's giving you all these it's giving you all the way from here to here. But when we type 5 GB, then it will just reduce it to whatever it's supposed to be. Okay, yeah, hit enter here.
Sir, I have a question.
Yeah,
Let's say just over here on the command where you gave the partition number as 2, let's say if I would have given the partition number 3, then there is a space between the first and the second partition is not there. So in that case, we can extend the first partition, isn't it?
no, don't do that, because
Okay.
what happens here is first partition is already, the second partition is already has been written up here. Okay, but also remember the data is there on the second partition here. So
Okay.
the partition data is being written from this block to this block here, so you wouldn't know where the partition is writing it. Okay, so
Even if I give it a partition number 3, it would start from the same address, that the first set, and the address which is you have highlighted.
yeah, it will start from here, but you may not go back to the partition number 2 here. You will lose the partition number 2. It will be
Okay.
partition 1, then partition 3, and then it would be there won't be partition 4 then. Okay, so I'm gonna type 6 here. partition has been I'm going to type 6 GB and hit enter. Okay, and I'm going to write an exit. Let's do P here. Okay, so it adjusted the start and end here. Over here it's giving you the maximum amount of partition which is available here. I mean the block size which is available here. Okay, so over here it adjusted here and it is giving you 6 GB here. From this start of the block to this size here is this partition here. Okay, so it's 6 GB. If you do the math here, it will turn out to be 6 GB. Now I'm going to write an exit. Okay, so rereading the partition table failed with error. Device or resources busy here. So then you have to run the partport command, part probe. So let's see here. I'm gonna get rid of this part here, and yeah. So now I have to run part probe. It's actually telling you to run part probe. Yeah, go ahead. You have a question? Okay, now if I do lsblk, now you see this. Now you see this partition is there. Okay. Now watch out. This is the critical command here. Part probe. Okay, lsblk. Okay, here if you end up running this command here, you will end up losing data here. So we're not going to run this command here. We're going to run a different command. Okay, so what you have to do is you have to type resize to fs. Okay. Yeah, no, actually you have to type, this is xfs, right? So you have to type xfs underscore grows, growfs. Okay, this is the command. There is no way out of it. dev/sdb dev/sdb2. Okay, when you hit enter, is not mounted. Okay, so let's mount it here. Mount -a. Okay, so if you do df-h, so it's still showing 4 GB here, and here is 6 GB. So we have to run this command here. xfs grows /dev/sdb2. Okay, now if I do df-h, it's 6 GB. Okay, so let me put this here. And XFS grows. So if we go back into our New York folder, and if you do ls, all the files should be there. Okay. Okay, I think we are out of time here, so I'm going to stop here. and I'll make this document and upload the video as soon as this is ready.
Sir, can you also mention in documents like if you want to grow the different file system types like ext4 and other stuff, so what command do we use? This is for SFX, right? So we use XFS underscore growfs. So what's the
Yeah,
other commands?
yeah. So what I'm gonna do is for ext uh, no for ext for file system. So you have to run a command like this. The command would be resize to fs dev slash sdb 2. Okay. Yeah, this is the command for ext4
Okay.
ext4 file system. All right, they're as simple as that. Follow everything else, and this is the command here. All right, I'm gonna end here. I'll catch up tomorrow, next week, and what I'll do is I'm thinking this week the server should be ready here. When the server is ready, I'm gonna put an assignment here, and then you could connect remotely and complete the assignment. So I'm gonna put some information here like assignment, and when it's ready, I'll put it in the chat. The assignment is ready. You could come back to the site and click here, and then follow the instructions for assignment. Okay. I think yeah. So you have about 2 weeks to complete the assignment from the date I put it in. The assignment is ready.
Okay.
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and end here, and then we'll catch up. Go ahead and please use the chat because chat is available for you as a resource. If you have a question, put it in a chat, and I want somebody to answer it. If you can't, then I will.
Sir, you also mentioned have some group practice thing once in a class. So if that's possible, that would be great.
Yeah, do you guys talk to each other in the chat and come up with the time, and then I will make the WebEx available, or I think there is one free online. So you guys, everybody talk in the chat here. Do a group discussion when you want to do whenever you want to do the practice. Then I will give you the access to WebEx. I won't be in there, but you guys could talk to each other and then get the assignments done or whatever. Okay, sounds good.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna end here, and then we'll talk next week. Everybody, you have a good day and stay safe.